Well, that was our scrims. Not bad. We didn't get to pick our POIs, by the way. We got literally the 2 worst POIs on the fucking thing, and we're farming. We're farming. A little bit mess ups, a little bit miscomms here and there, so it's kind of on me. But we'll have slow improvements and stuff like that. If you had your team, why did you ask how to play? Hey, just don't worry about it. It's complicated to explain. Just know that we were not planning to announce because of other things. But yeah, we'll be scrimming from here on out. We'll be playing with the boys. Excited to play on NRG. I'm not 100 Thieves anymore, and I will not make that mistake again. It's just, it's just a little bit because like it's the first day. I kind of like, a lot of things are happening. A little bit of a mistake. But yeah, I'm excited to compete on the NRG roster. I guess I can talk about a little bit of why things played out the way it did. So yeah, I was planning. Hold on, let me see. Swell wanted me to talk about things on the stream. So let me see what this guy wrote for me. Yeah, here we go. He says, first one is, why did I leave 100 Thieves as a player and as a content creator? So that's exactly what I was about to talk about. So the main thing first to start was I did have the opportunity to continue on 100 Thieves. I got asked to play with Jen and obviously continue to play with Jen and pick up a third. The third that Jen wanted to play with was Phony, and I did have the option to be on that roster. Phony did want to play with me too, and I do think they're really great players, don't get me wrong. I just felt like for me, I believe that IGLing is, one, I didn't really get a great shot to IGL my team in the last tournament, and I just believe that I can do it. And also I think that for one, my mental health and also just everything that's going on in my life, I think picking the IGL route is actually better for me because I will be more invested continuing competitive. You know what I mean? If I were to play with Jen and Phony and I'm just the fragger role, right? I'm just kind of mindlessly playing every day, just fragging, learning how to play certain characters, and then just kind of working on my aim training. But I think with IGLing, having a roster that believes in me, that will listen to my calls, working with Winnie as a coach, just everything about it. It's every day I'm going to be so invested on improving and, being in there. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't do that with Jen or Phony, but it's just when the entire team success relies on you, it kind of puts that pressure onto you to make things happen. And I'm really challenging myself, and I've challenged myself all through my life, and I've gone pretty far. So I do think I can do it, and I do think I have the skills for it. I just didn't have the experience, you know what I mean? I just really didn't have the experience back then. And obviously, when you compare myself to the greatest players in the game, like Hal and Zero, obviously I'm nowhere close to them, but it doesn't mean that I can't catch up, you know what I mean? But I believe I can do it. And my teammates believe I can do it too. That's essentially why people team with me, you know what I mean? If people didn't believe I was as good as I think I am, then I'd be fucking playing with some tier 2 players, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. But yeah, that's probably the main reason why I left 100 Thieves. They obviously going with the options. They either sign me or they sign Jen and continue building the roster. And now they have 3 World Time Champions on their team versus me. I think it is a clear, obvious choice which roster they would sign. If I gave this roster, that roster, you know what I mean? I think it is a little bit obvious, but there's no hate or anything like that. I mean, I honestly was contemplating on quitting and really just deciding on focusing on content and getting my life back together. So I just wasn't sure. I kind of been done with the Apex comp. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the people in the competitive scene are just a bunch of motherfuckers. So kind of just getting old, just talking to these people. But yeah, day to day, also just not really that great. Revenue's down, views are down. Everything's fucking down. You know what I mean? It's just not great. So I was thinking about just quitting and going back to content creation and really just pushing myself and doing something different. That's kind of that's kind of what I was thinking. And, you know, obviously after the last LAN, we didn't have a good performance. I think if our team just like fucking got last, I 100% would have quit the game. I don't think I would have competed again. And I think if we also got the finals and we got like a top 10, I think I also probably would have quit. I think there's a small chance I would have continued unless I got like a top 3 and I was so fucking close again. But being at that point where like I didn't even get to compete in finals and didn't really get to have a shot to like fully IGL, it kind of was like a weird feeling, and it made me want to just compete more. And, you know, I know that being a content creator would be a lot better for myself and for the things I want in my future. But I also really enjoy competing, and I really want, like, I enjoy being on the stage. I've been enjoying the journey and the growth. And I also believe that, like, you know, a lot of the times before it was like, holy fuck, I'm just trying to make the story for me. You know what I mean? I'm trying to win for myself, you know. And over time, after competing for a couple of years, you kind of slowly start seeing like familiar faces in the stands and people that come to your meet and greet. And yeah, you know, it's just, you meet a lot of these people and they're kind of just like rooting for you so hard that it makes you like not want to quit anymore. You know what I mean? So that's what it's all about. Fuck it. Let's just fucking win. Not for me anymore. It's fucking for them. It's fucking for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's kind of the main reason why I decided to compete again and continue competition. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm fully committed. I'm ready to fucking take over. I can talk about why I picked Gild and why I picked Yanya. I had actually the opportunities to play with a lot of people, and it's always funny to hearing Reddit because they're like, "Oh, Timmy IGLing, nobody would want to play with him. Not a single person would want to play with fucking Timmy if he's IGLing. Yeah, fuck those guys. A lot of people want to play with me, motherfuckers. Alright, a lot of people. But yeah, I think you know, obviously before, not a lot of people wanted to play with me, and I'm at a stage now where I feel like I am pretty respected in the community. It is pretty strange, you know, like there are times that I have thought I was not that good, you know, like mechanically it was good. Sometimes like in tournaments, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm fucking, I'm going crazy. But then also sometimes like, shit, I'm so bad. You know what I mean? I'm so bad. You know, I have my moments, and like, it kind of makes me think like, am I fit for this or yada yada? And yeah, I enjoy the ride. I enjoy it. And I think that like the confidence I have in myself as a player now, I'm very like proud of that, because I think like, you know, it's just like growth. You know what I mean? Like, holy fuck, I am actually becoming old. Like my fucking teammates, dude, Gild is 21 and Yanya, I thought this guy was like 26, 27. This guy's fucking 21 as well. Like, holy shit. I'm legitimately the unk of the group. I'm actually like, you know, like when you think about like Valorant rosters, it's like, oh yeah, they have all the fucking crack zoomers, and then they have the IGL who's like fucking 50 years old. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, why couldn't I just win? Why couldn't I just win when I was like 21 as an IGL or something? Like, fuck me. Like, I'm about to turn 25. Fuck, it's over for me. My frontal lobe is gonna develop, and I'm actually gonna be FNS. I'm actually about to be FNS on stage. Holy shit. Yeah, obviously, you know, we love Gild. We played with Gild for so long on Moist, and genuinely one of my best teammates I've ever had. So that was an instant DM. I said, yo, no, actually the LAN was over. We were in Japan. We were fucking in Japan, and I was like, yo, Gild, so what's up, my brother? Like, what you doing? Literally, like as soon as the LAN was over, I was just like, I want you back. I want you back. Yeah, we were fucking. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I told Gild, I was like, I want you back. And yeah, from there, we were looking out for a third. And honestly, we had a couple options. And I do think Yanya actually fits really well for our third. Because like, minus the crypto. Let's just minus the crypto. Like, me as an entry player, if you watch how I play, like, I can go in first, but I bait quite a bit sometimes. Like, I'll go in and I'll come back, and you know what I mean? Like, I just need somebody to get fucking in there, you know what I mean? And Yanya has been like that perfect person that just has that like he won't be afraid, you know what I mean? And he also has IGL'd his team. He was a fighting, you know, player. So I do think like finding that balance with Yanya is gonna be very important. Yeah, I think Yanya will just be that person in, and then I think Gild will be that secondary guy that, you know, is just with him doing massive damage, and I am just like able to kind of play in between or play behind an anchor, because I can play anchor. So I do think that'd be really good for us. And that's kind of why I picked them as my teammates. You know, obviously Yanya as an IGL himself, he is gonna be bound to a counter call here and there. I think we're gonna do some great things with this roster. It's gonna be fun from it.